Hi Juan, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
I'm pretty good today. So you agree that we can have a videoed conversation here that can be shared on YouTube with the purpose of you discussing your preferences for living arrangements?
Yeah, I give my consent to.
Okay. Today is April 14th, 2017, and I'm talking with Juan Hernandez. Juan, tell me about your experience in your own living arrangements, both at home or out of home.
Um, well, I've been living at home with my parents for almost all my life. Um, I did, I do okay. I mean, it's a comfortable arrangement. I have my own space. They respect my privacy. I'm able to get around the house with enough space to do what I need to do. Now I did try to move out at one point using the regional center resources that they have. Unfortunately, it didn't work too good. In the beginning, I thought it was gonna work out. I found a home that was funded through the regional center, but when I moved in, I immediately saw and felt, more importantly, that that was not my environment. I did not feel at ease. I was not comfortable. Anyways, I moved back to my folks' home. I've been there ever since. But I think the lack of options in the system and the lack of resources didn't make it easy for me to find the right fit for me. Unfortunately, when it comes to moving out, the support is there. I mean, you have your IRS, your SLS, and the support is there, but when it comes to actually finding a residence and moving there, that's where it gets tough. And
If you had to move out of your family home again, let's say you have to eventually cross that bridge. Your family might be getting older, or there might be other circumstances where you need to do some transitional planning. And you had it to do over again, knowing what you know now about the varied resources that are available. Do you have an idea of what you might choose in terms of a board and care home, or versus supported living versus independent living?
well, I'm in a much different phase now because now I have a stable job with stable income. I'm able to afford my own place if I wanted to. Knowing what the regional center offers now, I think I would probably tend to go with supported living and or independent living. What that means is I would find an apartment, rent my own apartment, and have the regional center provide the support I need as to daily activities like getting dressed, whatever the issue may be. But yeah, I think I would go in that direction.
Knowing what you know about the system, about housing options, do you feel that supported living and independent living should be the primary options for people with developmental disabilities? Or do you think that board and care, group home options and that type of service should still be a part of the options for people who are in the system?
I think board and care it's an option that should remain, but only to a very select few. What that means is not everybody needs board and care. Many consumers can thrive and be okay with independent living and supported living, but there's a percentage of consumers that cannot be like that, so they need the special facilities that we have where they can be provided the care that they need for whatever their disability or illness that they may have.
So on a practical level, you're saying that the way that things are going to fall out is that quote, more capable individuals or people with less needs will tend to gravitate toward supported living and independent living services, while people who have more complex needs might tend to be served in board and care group home environments. That's
basically what I mean. I mean, when you have high functioning individuals, as myself, we are able to thrive in an independent setting, whereas individuals that have more needs and have different capabilities might need board and care because they can do very little for their own. It just makes sense.
Yes. And on a practical level, do you think that cost should come into play when it comes to somebody selecting, or even a person's family selecting for them supported living over a board and care or a residence? Should that be a factor in the decision-making process?
Well, cost should not be a factor, but in reality it is. In the ideal world, an individual would pick where they want to live and decide what kind of supports they need, and it should happen. But unfortunately, cost does have a lot to do with that, and sometimes that's why people can't move out. That's why they can't continue with their development, gain independence, to live a normal life like anyone would.
Do you think there should be funding standards for supported living according with the comparative cost with board and care, or should those standards stand alone?
Well, I think when you have a support living, the standards cannot be set across the table. They cannot be the same. I mean, they each have their individual costs, and whereas board and care might be one cost, independent living may be a totally different number. I mean, you can't say, well, here's $5, you can buy a pound of apples, but if you don't need apples and you need a pound of oranges, and the oranges are, let's say, $8 a pound, you're missing the $3. So in that case, the standards are not good. They can't be used for that same for different situations.
And so this last fiscal year, the legislature, listening to our advocates in our system, decided to go with targeted funding.
Okay.
And supported living received a 5% increase for their program rate, while board and care did not receive an increase for their program rate. Both programs received funding, pass-through funding for staffing, according with the minimum wage requirements in the state of California. But there was a distinction drawn where supported living services and independent living services were, quote, favored, and board and care services were, quote, disfavored when it came to the funding. Do you think that that should be the continued practice of the legislature, or do you think that given your opinion that board and care should remain in existence, should it be funded equally as we move on into the 2017-2018 budget? Or should we continue to fund supported living and independent living at a higher level to advance it and not fund board and care equally to that?
Well, the thing with this is, if you're not gonna fund board and care, then you gotta fund ways to make the transition from board care to independent living. If you're no longer gonna fund board care, then you gotta find a way to have the individuals that live in that facility transition to independent living, if that's the case. But if it isn't, and you want to continue and have the existing board care, I think they should get the funding that it needs, and it's not. I'm not saying it should be the same across the board, but I'm saying that they should get the funding that they require in order to keep providing the services that they do.
Okay, fair enough. You have anything else to add?
I just want to make a call to all the parents and consumers. Get involved, contact your legislators, make calls, and get the word out there that we need the support to get new laws in place so we can get the adequate funding that we need to continue with our daily life.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for participating in this project.